things. Like,
yeah, I was wondering that with like Prozac. Like, I didn't realize how many people I knew that were on Prozac. What's he saying? Yay or nay?
yeah, we're good.
Let's just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of psycho, speaking of people that are potentially bad,
Yeah.
that do not have your good interests at heart, and will take advantage of you, and maybe are pathological in their desires to crush.
So we're talking about Andrew Huberman's situation.
His situation, not Huberman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that was left out of that article.
People know, I assume everybody here knows exactly what happened.
So there's an article that Andrew Huberman, an ex, got a hold of a reporter and said that he's a philanderer, he's doing all these terrible things, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And so they write this long article. What they left out was that the person who accused him of all this, first of all, is being investigated by the DOJ for fraud and is in the middle of that right now. It's a very serious case. I would name the case, but that would... Like, they made the lady anonymous, which is also crazy. Like, you could have an anonymous person who attacks this famous person with... Which is essentially... Whether it's true, what the things she's saying are true or not true... The stuff she left out, the DOJ
and
stuff.
That's when he breaks it off.
Exactly.
He breaks it off.
The
She feels
DOJ
scorned.
contacts him because they're investigating this woman.
And you think that would be like maybe the first paragraph of
You would
the
think
article.
that would at least be a part of the article.
Yeah.
If it was a real piece of news.
Yeah.
You would say, oh, this is complicated. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think it is? Do you think it could come from pharmaceutical companies?
I don't think there's zero influence. You know, I mean, I think for sure. Look, with the stuff that happened to me,
That's
during
what I was going to
COVID,
ask. Where do you think it comes from?
That was 100% influenced by pharmaceutical drug companies.
Political interest too?
Yeah, well,
And
they're
those are
all tied
intertwined.
in together
Yeah.
because they fund them.
Yeah.
So you got pharmaceutical drug interests that fund the network,
Yeah.
right? They pay for so much of the advertisement.
So
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you
now
can't
they're
just
beholden
cut
to the
that off.
advertisers. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
cut if the news said no more pharmaceutical drugs. Like, let's imagine if the government says this.
Yeah.
The government says no more pharmaceutical drug contributions to super PACs, no more pharmaceutical drugs ads on television shows and newspapers. No more. Then you have to fill a massive void that's missing from those ads. And you're going to have to bring in Toyota trucks and fucking all this different things.
Yeah.
But you're missing out on a lot of fucking money. So if that's a giant portion of your ad revenue,
Yeah.
you're going to avoid all conversations about vaccine injuries.
Yes.
They're not going
Yes.
to come up. You are going to shut them down and go to commercial.
Yes.
You're going to say, well, the studies don't show that. You'll talk over RFK.
Yeah.
What you're saying is just simply not true. Vaccines are the reason why we don't have blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
The vaccines have never been shown to cause autism. Vaccines, and then we'll be right back. And they go to commercial. And then it's just like the person shouted them down. They're probably getting talk in their ear.
Yeah.
Don Lemon, get off the subject. Like there's probably someone in their ear because they do have earpieces.
But here's the thing. I don't even know if they have to tell you. When you know that you are being paid by someone,
Yes.
it's very easy to just go along with whatever narrative they support.
100%.
And that's the tricky thing, because a lot of times we act like there's these like group of 6 people that are disseminating this information. They're directly hitting up Don Lemon, all these other people, like, you must behave this way. I think people fall in line. I think it's almost human instinct to fall in line. When you know who's got your back, you kind of fall in line with it. And
Yeah.
if the pharmaceutical companies are supporting 25% of your ads or 30, whatever the fuck it is, you fall in line with it.
Yeah.
You fall in line with the narratives of the networks you're with. If you write for the Washington Post, you probably fall in line.
Yeah.
And when you start to ruffle feathers, your articles don't get posted. And then you realize, oh shit, if I want my articles to get posted, I got to write like this. And my
Yes.
kid's in private school and I want to build a pool. And now there's this incentive structure that's built in without anybody fucking telling you what to do.
Exactly.
So it's not as like nefarious as people assume it is when you hear about like the deep state and who are these people telling you. It's an incentive structure built in, and human beings want to survive, and we start kind of doing the things that will help us survive.
And it's all implied. You know what you're supposed to say and not supposed to say.
It's the Clinton speaking fee. Like, no one wants to hear Hillary Clinton speak.
Exactly.
Nobody ever has wanted to hear her speak, but she's getting $400,000 from Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, exactly.
After she's, what was he? Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So it's like, but Goldman Sachs doesn't need to say, hey, by the way, you're going to get speaking fees. She knows it.
Exactly.
They all fucking know it.
Well, that was why during the Trump debates with Clinton, he was like, release the transcripts of those speeches.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'll release my taxes. You release the transcripts.
Yeah.
And what is the transcript? Hey, guys, do we really need to be here, or can I go home?
You know what I want. I want you guys to make money.
Yeah. But
let's keep it rolling.
So that's the whatever, the deep state, if you will. It's not 6 people.
Well, that is like the people that are in your crew that start acting entitled when they're around you.
Wait,
those are the people. The Hillary Clintons. The Hillary Clintons are the people that are like maybe disrespectful to the servers, and you find out about it. They sent food back. They talk rude. It's not the main guy. It's the support staff.
So you're saying
the main people are not the presidents.
Right.
The main people are the people that are running Raytheon,
Yeah.
the people that are running these gigantic companies that make weapons.
Dude, that I didn't even.
That's where the real money is.
When we had RFK on, I didn't even fucking know this shit. But I didn't know, like, when we're sending money to Ukraine, we're not really even sending money there. We're sending money to American military manufacturers to make weapons, and then the weapons go to Ukraine.
Duh.
But we're paying us.
Yeah.
But you can't really say.
But also some money goes over there too, and
But a
that
fraction.
money, enough billions, and that money is like, whoo,
Where to go?
Yeah, dudes are doing coke and driving around in Rolls Royces and
Oh, I
balling.
saw that. The guy bought the what was it? The assistant. It wasn't the vice president, but it was some like government figure bought like some insane car, and it's like, why are you buying insane cars when you're in the middle of a war?
How do you have the money?
Yeah, there might be some rations you might want to
Yeah.
buy. Okay, so there's the system. I think Vivek called it like the managerial class or something like that, which I thought was a